Drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Rock and roll, everyone loves rock and roll. Everyone needs rock and roll. Sex, we'd be extinct if we didn't have sex. But drugs, do we really need that? In this video, I'm gonna give you my perspective, my new mind shift on the whole thing. And maybe you'll decide to go the same route as me. Maybe you won't. You have to stay till oh my goodness. It's been a long day. Tuned in till the end. Jeez. What a day it's been. And I'm not even cutting that out because we keep it authentic. And that's the only way you're going to discover the secret to are you going to want drugs at the end. So you got to be authentic to yourself, and I'm going to guide you through this experience, this travel through your revelations on drugs. So let's just get into this frickin' video. Let's just do this. So as you can probably see just in the corner here, I have a bunch of towels that I just washed. And also I've been doing some crazy sales calls, some crazy coaching calls, some crazy calls with friends, some podcasts. I got some podcasts booked up for the distant future, actually at the end of this month. And yeah, life is good. And in amongst all this stuff, I'm like, man, I'm living the rock star life. I'm finally getting all this stuff put together. There's got to be some drugs thrown in here. You know, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. All the rock stars do that shit. I got to do it, don't I? Well, I don't think I do. And let me explain. What do drugs really give you? Well, they could give you a good time. You know, you could have a wild time, but what does that time usually look like the next day? You're hungover, fucked up, you're fucking throwing up if you're very unlucky. So, you know, that's if you abuse it. But usually, if you have a little bit, you want a little bit more, a little bit more. It's not every night, but maybe the odd night you have a blowout. And when you're trying to, you know, make any change in your life, no matter how big, how small it is, that little bump in momentum can really affect a lot of things. So I've thought to myself, is it really worth it? Now, you have to ask yourself this, is it worth it to you? How much do you want to achieve? What level do you want to be at? What kind of friends do you want to have around you? So if you want high achieving friends that are like just smashing it in business, fitness, anything you're interested in, music, whatever place in the world that you want to go to, are they effective in that area? And do you want to be friends with those people? Well, if they're super high achievers, usually they're not really doing that much drugs, because just look at any biography of any successful band. Once they go too far into drugs, usually shit ends up falling apart. Let's watch the Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen movie. They start doing drugs, start getting way too out of hand. His life starts fucking falling apart. So, you know, with a talent like that, he still was successful. But imagine how successful he would have been if he didn't do the drugs. He would have been way more successful in my opinion. Like, they would have all been way more successful. They would have been got out of life a little less scathed by the drugs and everything. They wouldn't have gone too crazy. Who knows? Things could have been totally different for a lot of these bands. Some of the, like Bon Scott, AC/DC, the original singer, he'd still be around if he let drugs go. He overdosed and he died an overdose. Bon Scott was one of my favorite singers. He had that nasally voice. It's a long way to the top. I can't sing like that, but you kind of get the picture. And he'd still be around. So just think of, all the shit that you're laying on the table. If you really want, a life that you're proud of, really. Like, most people that I see around me that do do that on a daily basis, they can be so much more. And it's all kind of just what you want. And in my personal opinion, I was enjoying the drugs at one point. Then I'm like, this is all I want, just be comfortable, blah blah blah. And then I got to rock bottom, and then it really forced me to think, okay, how do I get out of rock bottom? Well, I can't be doing any of this right now, because I won't be going anywhere if I keep getting high and falling asleep and not making money. I'll be going nowhere. Like, I'll be going less than nowhere. I'll be going to the fucking broke house. So I gave up everything. I didn't do anything. You might have remembered me talking about living the boring life. I lived the boring life. I had nothing. No video games, no alcohol, no weed, no fun, no sex. Like, there wasn't even any sex. I had all focus. And then, lo and behold, I got myself out of that shit and started making $10,000 a month doing landscaping. Not a coincidence. So, you know what? You have to ask yourself, what kind of situation are you in? Are you in a situation that you're trying to mask your reality? Because if you are, in my personal experience, that's a shitty place to be. So, in my opinion, you might want to really think about evaluating your priorities. Look at it this way. Some people might get bothered by what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck, because I've lived it. I've been at rock bottom. I know this shit, and I let it go. And now I've never been as happy as I am right now. Never been as capable, and I don't even want to do that shit anymore. Today, well, actually, let's go back to last night. I poured myself a glass of wine, sat on the table, and I drank like maybe half of it. I woke up, I'm like, wow. Put it in the fridge, went to work, smashed some sales, made some fucking killer money, and came back. I got 3 new books right there too, a bonus. And I came back and I'm like, you know what? I pondered it through my head through the day, and I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want to drink ever again, and I hope I don't. I don't want to play games with my head, but who knows? Maybe I might, but I really hope I don't, and I don't think I will. And it's all come from all this stuff. Who do you want as friends? I want high achievers. I want cool guys that are ripped. I used to be a lot bigger. I'm losing my gains. I'm like, fuck, I need to catch up and get these gains. This surgery fucked me up. And I need to bounce back as strong as ever. I want to be that superhero in everybody's life. I want to be the most capable person. And guess what? I can almost ensure that I'm going to be one of the most successful people that I know in my lifetime, because I have nothing holding me back. And that's the power. That's a superpower that a lot of people tend to not really think about for some reason. What holds you back? What's holding you back? For one thing, it's yourself. But what do you do, even deeper than yourself? What are the things you do? Well, the things you do, like drugs and alcohol and all that shit, they numb your brain, they make you comfortable, and they make you basically just content with where you are. So if you're not happy with where you are, then that's where you decide. That's the deciding factor right there. If you're not happy with where you are, then I encourage you to quit drugs and alcohol. Now, if you're a man and you want to have the odd cigar here and there, go ahead. It's not going to fuck you up. If you want some coffee, that's the only drug that I support. Coffee's amazing. Just don't overdo it. You get a headache. You get too crazy. I'm trying to watch mine. I'm not as wild as I normally am right now, thank goodness, because I can deliver this message really well to you guys, because this is where champions are made. The real champions, they don't mask their feelings, mask their life with substance. So, I'm going to leave it there. The choice is yours, guys. Do you want the drugs or not? So I hope you guys got a little inspiration from that, or got some insight. I'm just I'm just channeling right now. I felt really good. I feel very excited for the future. Excited to teach you guys what I'm about to learn through all the things that I'm going through right now. Because I never knew all this stuff existed. I'm going to share more about what these things are very soon. But I'm going to let you wonder. You have to subscribe to find out. Put that bell on so you don't miss anything. Because who knows? I might put some videos up and take them down. Who knows? So only the true fans will know what the fuck's going on this mission. So follow me on this mission with no drugs, no chains holding anything back. We're gonna just let it rip, and we're gonna see where this frickin' goes. And I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey, and what I accomplish, and the spoils of the wars that I go through, I'm gonna share them with you guys, and we're all gonna win together. So fuck the rest, nothing but the best. That's my saying. So I might say that a lot more on this channel. And until then, see you guys in the next video. We put 3 of these out each week, so it's a lot of craziness craziness through the week. But we'll end this on a little classic that I got from one of my buddies, and I'm in the network, so I can steal this from him. But let's get it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.